Al Henshaw here again for Constitutional Crisis Channel, January 10th, 2017. And I just want to make note here on this video, and we're going to have more videos on this subject matter coming up. But most of the thrust of my videos has been for the traffic court, quote unquote, because that's where we most commonly run into government trying to take our rights away from us and our property, etc., etc. The beauty of the issues I argue in traffic court is they're good across the board. It doesn't matter in what setting, doesn't matter what alphabet agency. They will work because it's the same issue, state versus territory, jurisdiction, and venue. That's the beauty of it. So with the package I got coming out for traffic court, I'm going to do some modifications. So some of the other cases might need a little bit more in the way of background. But they can be used for virtually any criminal case at all. And I'm telling you this, having walked out of a South Carolina jail after sitting there for 7 months raising these questions, which they didn't even attempt to answer. If that's not the proof in the pudding, I don't know what is. But I've thought that for quite some time. Now I've had a practical application, which I didn't want to have to do it. But bottom line is, I'm glad I did, because now there's nobody that can say you're nuts. No, I'm not, with what I did there. So these are going to be good in so many settings you can't stand it. It comes up with insurance claims in particular, domestic violence, which is one of the biggest areas of abuse I saw while I was in that South Carolina jail, and other areas as well. I mean, the government wants to go against you. They have to have the proper bona fides to do it, and they don't have it. If we're out here in territories, and I believe my record establishes that's where we are, none of these bastards has been appointed by the president as is required by the Appointments Clause, Article 2, Section 2, Paragraph 2, or in the alternative, appointed by a territorial governor appointed by the president. These are not harmless errors, people. Structural jurisdictional errors. And that's where we have to go against them. And once we start stopping them with this, it's going to be impossible to slow us down because it covers so many things. They're going to have to make changes, restore the system to what it should be, and make us all free and independent again. That's the whole intent of what it is I'm doing for all these years, decades now. And I think we're getting real close to being able to do that. So follow along with the upcoming videos. You're going to hear a lot more about this. I'm going to have document packages, as I said, for the traffic court right now, and for other applications in the near future that you can use, and especially with the issue of denial of counsel. That one wins them all, because if you go to counsel like I'm suggesting now, and you take the document I'm going to give you and you go in and say, listen, I need counsel, but these are the issues I want you to present. And you talk about jurisdiction and venue, Article 4, Section 3, Article 3, Section 2, Article 2, Section 2. The attorneys won't even know what the hell you're talking about. And they'll refuse to do it. They're also going to refuse to sign the paper you give them to sign. So that's why it's good to have a witness or two with you, particularly a family member. And now you go into court and say, I'm denied counsel here, and you bastards aren't teaching me any of this in your mandatory public school system. How am I supposed to know how to make the arguments? How do I have a fair shot at getting any kind of a reasonable facsimile of a fair trial here under these circumstances? Why don't you just convict me and get it over with? Which is what they do anyway. It doesn't look that way in many cases, but that's exactly what they're doing now. You never have a shot at it. You can't challenge jurisdiction. That's not the way the system is set up, and I want it restored, and so should you. More on the next video. Thank you.